Hello, and welcome to the unboxing of your Mini Classic CT video. Today we're going to show you how to unbox and run your first batch of distilled water through your Mini Classic CT. If you notice here's our box, and we're going to get started by opening it up and showcasing everything that's inside your purchase. Once you've unboxed your Mini Classic CT, you'll find the unit itself, a box with your glass jar inside, your lid, and your filter tray, your power cord, and a packet with your manual, warranty card, and a coupon for additional money off any extra filters or lumen or stainless steel polish. To get started, first we're going to remove the twisty tie on top of your unit that holds down your fan, and we're going to take our boiling tank out of the machine. So, following along on page 8 of your manual, you're going to remove the lid of your boiling tank by twisting the top lid here, sliding off your lid. You'll fill your boiling tank up to the peg that's in the top section right here. You'll fill it up to the bottom of that peg. Reinstall your lid. You want to make sure that your lid is tight, but you don't want to over crank it too hard, and make sure that it's centered so there's no gap for steam to escape. After you've done that, you'll insert it in, and you'll notice a sticker on the bottom here. As long as your distiller boiling tank is past the sticker, you'll know you've inserted it completely inside. Next, you'll close the chamber here. You will install your power cord, and you're going to install it right on the back here. You notice it'll enter in just like that. Again, you want to make sure that it's securely placed inside. After we've done that, we're ready to run our first batch. You're going to place your glass jar inside the chamber here. You notice we have not placed our filter tray or our filter inside. We will do that after our first batch. So, after we've done that, we will then flip the unit on right here. And with our unit plugged in, we will start our first cycle. Your fan should come on immediately, and you'll let it sit for 3.5 hours, and it'll automatically shut off, and you'll have your first batch of distilled water. It's now been 3.5 hours, and we've run our first batch of distilled water. You'll notice you'll get about 3 liters of water, or 0.8 of a gallon, inside your glass jar, which should come to just above the blue decal. And inside our boiling tank, there will be just enough water left over to keep your heating element submerged in water. This is a very important safety feature. You don't want your tank to boil dry. As long as your heating element is submerged in water, it can't get above 212 degrees, which is the boiling point of water. So that means all the contaminants that have a higher boiling point will remain behind in your boiling tank, and it keeps your water more pure. Other distillers that boil dry, those contaminants have a chance to vaporize and get inside your distilled water. So this is a safety feature to make sure your heating element lasts longer and to make sure your water is as pure as possible. Now that we've run our first batch, we're going to take the glass jar out, and inside our filter tray here, we have our post-carbon filter pad. We're now going to rinse this in our first batch of distilled water. We're going to dip it in there, and I want you to mix it up really well and try and get all the loose carbon particles out of this filter pad and into the glass jar. This is going to make sure that those carbon particles don't come out later in your distilled water batches, and just make sure that this now can be used strictly to help purify the end result. So once we've dipped it in there, we're going to mix it around for about a minute, and then set it in our tray. And our tray will then move into the brackets up top. We'll empty this jar out, and then we're ready to run our first batch of drinking distilled water. Now that we're ready to run our first batch of actual distilled water, you want to make sure that you let about half an hour between your first batch and your second batch to allow time for your boiling tank to cool down. Once it's cooled down, we're going to take it out, fill it up again, and we're ready to go. I want to thank you for purchasing your Mini Classic CT from Pure and Secure. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to give us a call at 1-800-875-5915, and we can assist you with anything you need.